Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to Global Public School online classes. In our previous class we had started this lesson climate, vegetation and soil, and we had talked about some of the important seasons of Karnataka. We talked about the different soils which is available in Karnataka, and in our today's class of today we will study a little more about Karnataka's natural vegetation. So you all know that this is a geography third lesson, climate, soil and natural vegetation. The first concept which we are going to study in our today's class is natural vegetation. Before we go into any topic, we need to know the meaning of the words first, right? So natural vegetation, nothing but the various kinds of trees and plants which grows naturally. That is we call as natural vegetation. It means nobody will go and plant the trees there. It will grow naturally by themselves. So that we call it as the natural vegetation. And Karnataka has a very rich diversity of plants and species. And the species play a very important role in preserving the ecological balance of Karnataka. So here in our Karnataka, it plays a very important role to maintain and to balance the ecological things. And the next concept here is of the natural vegetation. What and all the trees can be grown in that. Just check what kind of trees can be. Students, natural vegetation. The different trees can be grown here. The different trees which provides things here are timber, firewood, raw material, which is actually provides usage for the industries, medicinal herbs, honey and bamboo, cane, all that. The forest being the habitat of wild animals. We can see a tiger, we can see a lion, we can see a cheetahs, wild buffaloes, elephants, deer and the peacocks in the forests of Karnataka. And here, students, if I want to tell you more, these forests are also the places of entertainment and also the tourism. They help to control the environmental pollution. Because of all they see, most of the times what happens, whenever we are tired of the cities, we go towards the places where we get a fresh air. So these are the forests which acts like entertainment and tourism centers for the people normally, and it also controls the environmental pollution. And if I also want to tell you the sandalwood tree. Sandalwood is a special tree which is grown in forests of Karnataka, and the perfumes objects with the intricate carving soap and medicines are also manufactured from the sandalwood trees. And you can see the sandalwood tree how exactly it looks like in the image. And they are very popular all over the world, and hence they are not only supplied to other parts of the country but also exported to foreign countries. This is the reason why Karnataka is known as the land of sandalwood. Why Karnataka is known as the land of sandalwood? Because this is a tree which is specially grown in the forests of Karnataka, and they prepare a lot of materials from that like perfumes and medicines, all that. And not only that, they supply this product all over the world, and they export this product to the different countries. And that's why that's why Karnataka is called as the land of sandalwood. Understood, students? Now we are going to study about the different types of vegetation. The natural vegetation of Karnataka has been divided on the basis of rainfall, relief features, and also because of the type of the soil. It is being divided into different types. What is the different types? First is of evergreen forest. Second is of deciduous forest, third is of mixed forest, fourth is of grassland or shrubs. Okay, so let's study that in detail. What do you mean by evergreen forest, all that? See, students, areas which receive some more than 250 centimeter of the rainfall annually, that kind of forest we call as evergreen forest. And on a heavy rain and heavy temperature, the trees grow tall and dense. Because of the heavy rain and the heavy temperature, the trees grow tall and dense, and these forests being dense, are impenetrable. These forests are impenetrable, and the sunlight does not reach the ground at all, because as the trees have grown more, in the ground the sunlight will not be reachable. And here, if I want to tell you more, the different types of tall trees like rosewood, mahogany, crano, teak, dhupa and hibiscus are all grown in this forest. And at the base of these trees are thick shrubs, which grown as thick shrubs. And if I want to tell you what and all the trees here are, the different type of spice is also grown in the evergreen forest. One is cinnamon, cardamom, cloves and the medicinal herbs which grows abundantly in the evergreen forest. And if I want to tell you where exactly this evergreen forest is located in Karnataka, Uttar Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, Shivamogga, Hassan, Chikmagaluru, Chamarajanagar and Kodagu districts. And the next comes up here is of the deciduous forest. After the winter, due to the lack of moisture in the soil, the trees shed their leaves. What is the speciality of deciduous forest is they shed their leaves after the winter. The leaves reappear during the spring. The leaves reappear during the spring, and these are called as the deciduous forests. And these kind of forests can be seen in the area where the annual rainfall is about 60 to 120 centimeters. And if I want to tell you exactly in which places we can see the deciduous forest in Karnataka is Chikmagaluru, Mysuru, Chamarajanagar, eastern parts of Hassan, Tumkuru, Chikballapura, southern part of Kolar, Mandya, Ramnagara and Bengaluru rural district is the places where we can see the deciduous forest. And if I also want to tell you what and all the kind of trees which is grown here is teak, kino, mahogany, neem, mango, jack, flame, cocoa, banyan, sandal and the bamboo which grows plenty here. And these forests are not dense, it means it will not grow tall. Understood, students? And here the next type of forest comes up here is of the mixed forest. The growing of evergreen and the deciduous trees together form, we call it as a mixed forest. If the evergreen trees and if the deciduous trees are growing together in one place, then we call it as a mixed forest. And this place which receives the annual rainfall of 120 to 150 centimeters. And if I want to tell you where exactly these places are there means in some part of the Udupi, Uttar Kannada, Dakshina Kannada, eastern part of Kodagu, Chikmagaluru, Hassan and Mysuru districts is what we can see the mixed forest. If I want to tell you which kind of the trees which grow here is of teak, kino, mahogany, exlay, sandal, jack and bamboo are grown abundantly here, and these trees have the commercial values. You might be knowing these trees will be used for the wooden work, the sofa, the cot which you guys will use most of the time, right? That will be, this kind of things will be made from the commercial trees. And the next type of forest which comes up here is of grassland and shrubs, which receives a very less rainfall, which is about less than 60 centimeter of rainfall annually, and there is very less kind of vegetation we can see here. Due to the scanty rain and the dry weather, there is a short grass and thorny shrubs and the shrubs which vegetations which grows here. I mean a very less amount of the green land which you can see here. You can see from the images. And if I want to tell you what and all the different trees which grown in the grassland and shrubs are cactus, acacias, babul, bela, palm trees, hanchi and kunti grass, etc. And occasionally banyan, neem, peepal tree, talas trees and are also grown in these places. And if I want to tell you where exactly this place is located in Karnataka is in Bidar, Kalburgi, Yadgiri, Raichuru, Koppal, Vijaypura, Bandari, Chitradurga. It's the places where the grassland and shrubs can be same. And the next type of forest comes up here is of mangrove forests. These are nothing but very simple, the delta estuaries and the beaches in coastal areas, which is actually located in the river places, vegetation that has aerial roots under the tree, and the trees are grown outside the water. We call that as mangrove forest. You can see that here. The deltas, the estuaries or the beaches in the coastal areas which have a peculiar type of vegetation that has aerial roots and can grow in the salty water. These are called as the mangrove forest. The distribution of such vegetation is very limited in Karnataka. From the image, I hope you guys can clearly understand what kind of a forest is of mangrove forest. Next is Shola forest. The areas which receives a more than 1,400 meters above the sea level have a cool climate, right? For example, Kudremukha, Baba Budangiri, Biligiri Ranga Betta, Bear Hills, and Brahmagiri in Kodagu, which is there, right? So these are the places we call that as a Shola forest, which is a hilly places, which is like a tourism spots. They have a grassy slopes. You can see that from the images itself, and the deep valleys with the streams, rills, and all that. Understood, students? And it has a distinct Shola forest. That's why it's called as the Shola forest. The next topic which we're going to study here is of distribution of forests. That we're going to study in our next class, students. I want you to read the concept what we have done, revise this, and please share the explanatory notes to the Google Classroom app. If at all, if you have a doubt, please reach out to me through the Google Classroom app. Till that, students, stay safe, stay home, and keep your learning button on. Thank you so much, students. Allah Hafiz.